Hey everybody. I just wanted to spend a few minutes talking about a topic that still get asked quite frequently about visual novels in general. Firstly, the question comes up quite frequently why I no longer make them. So I want to address that and just talk about some of the things around visual novels. So the first thing, let's address the first question is why I no longer make visual novels. I do. I'm still working on my visual novel projects, but I've got an incredibly busy life. Studying a university degree, I have a full-time job. I'm trying to run a YouTube channel, and there's a whole bunch of real life stuff that gets in the way. So the short answer is I am, but they're just not my top priority at the moment. Next question is, are visual novels dead as a medium? That's a tricky one to answer because it makes several assumptions. The first assumption being that visual novels were ever a mainstream means of creating games. The other one making the assumption that the number of visual novels that have been produced and sold has gone down. And both of those assumptions there's a lot of nuance to it. The first one is visual novels have never really been a huge draw for gamers. Back in the days of Zork and other text-based adventures, they were still not really visual novels because you were being presented with text and maybe an image, but there was more gameplay involved than just trying to tell a story. Now, we have to be very clear about what a visual novel is. A visual novel is literally that. It is a story that the player guides themselves through. Maybe there's one or two dialogue choices that might change the words that are placed on the screen, but ultimately the story never really changes. You don't really get visual novels that have multiple endings, because if that's what you're going for, then you're going for a narrative multi-ending game, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a visual novel. Having said that, though, that's definitely open to interpretation. Okay. Visual novels have never been a massive sales monster in the way that things like Doom were in the 90s and all the games are now. I mean, we don't need to go into the size of the gaming industry, but visual novels have never taken up a huge proportion of that pie. And nowadays, I wouldn't necessarily say the sales are dropping, but they're not going up either. The next thing I think that's important to look at is why visual novels are not a mainstay. I mean, people still enjoy reading books, so why don't people play visual novels very much? Apart from obviously the adult visual novel community, who I'm certainly not ignoring by any stretch of the imagination. They are a part of my journey. I think the problem is that visual novels are an interesting medium, because if someone wants to read a story, they will go to a book or they'll go to a Kindle reader or one of the variations of that, and then they'll work their way through. But they don't seem to want to go through the clicking to see the text. And I think one of the main reasons is that you can only fit a few lines of dialogue on the screen at any given time with a visual novel, unless you go for a format where you have half of the page is text, half the page is an image, which is entirely possible. Even with ren'py, you can set it so that the dialogue screen takes up the left portion of the screen and images the right, or vice versa. You can even set it so that it alternates between the two, so that it feels more like you're reading an actual book. But I think anyone who wants to read a book or see more text on the screen, if you set up your game to be that way, that formatted in that way, you're going to alienate a lot of people who perhaps do want to read the visual novel thing. So, like any other type of game, it's very difficult to keep everybody happy. Okay, and I digress a little bit there. But the point is that a visual novel, as a medium, it's kind of halfway between a video game and a novel, and it never fully satisfies either camp, because people who want to play a video game usually want to have a lot of interactivity and they want to have more influence over what happens in the game world. People who want to read a novel want to read a novel. They don't necessarily want to have to sit there and read 3 lines of dialogue and click, 3 lines of dialogue and click, 3 lines of dialogue and click. Oh, why have I got to make a choice? You're telling me the story, not the other way around. So it's a funny medium in that regards. And that's not to take anything away from the people who do create visual novels. As I said, I'm still working on my own and I fully intend to finish them when I have the time. But we have to be a little bit realistic. Now, anybody who's been a visual novel fan or an adult visual novel fan for the last 15 years will be able to cite me several examples of games that have made the developers lots and lots of money. Lots and lots of money is a relative term. Think about it. If you look at Summertime Saga, which is a very popular adult visual novel, at its peak, the developers were making something crazy like $25,000 a month on Patreon, or rather, that's what was being paid in. Bear in mind that Patreon take a big chunk of that pie as well. Plus, then you've got to pay taxes on it, and there was more than one person working on that visual novel, so that number gets distributed around all the developers. So, suffice to say that at its peak, the developers were definitely able to pay their wages from that. Although, in terms of expanding the business, I doubt there was an awful lot of that happening because they just weren't making enough money. You look at a game like Phasmophobia, for example. That game, when it released, was played by all of the main streamers. PewDiePie was big back then; he played it, and a whole bunch of other live streamers went mad on it, and it made millions of dollars. The studio that created it have expanded. They've now, I think, they've got 6 or 7 people working there, which is, it's not huge, but it's all right. It's pretty big considering, the speed of growth. They're looking at making a Phasmophobia movie, which I would imagine is going to be bloody terrible. But it's, the fact is that they're looking at diversifying their portfolio whilst not abandoning their core game, the thing that made them all of this money. And so, when you compare the amount of money that visual novels make to other indie developer games, there isn't really a comparison. So again, are visual novels dead as a medium? No, not really. Will they ever be as successful as other types of game that are perhaps have a lower bar for entry? Definitely not. I don't see a time anywhere in the future where a game which requires the user to read constantly will ever overtake a game where you're just mashing buttons or walking around environments and exploring and gathering things. It's never going to happen. At least not. I don't imagine so anyway. I don't never say never, but I can't see it happening. So I suppose if you're asking that question, the chances are that you're considering writing a visual novel or making a visual novel. Otherwise, why would you be asking the question? And so, reading between the lines, I suppose what a lot of people who ask the question to me are asking me is, should I go and make a visual novel? And the answer is always subjective. Realistically, what is the story you're trying to tell? Have you got a story that you're trying to tell, or have you played a visual novel and thought, oh, this would be easy, I can make loads of money from this? If you're part of the latter group, then don't bother. You're going to waste an awful lot of time, which is money in the real world, doing something that's not going to make you a bunch of money, and then you'll just end up bitter and slating other people's work online. If you have a genuine story that you want to tell and you think you can flesh it out into a visual novel that takes several hours to tell, or that you have a unique angle that you want to portray a story from, or even if you have an adult visual novel in your mind for a story that you want to tell that's definitely not derivative of the millions of other 2-week visual novels that are out there, then give it a go. But you have to be, and this is where the reality check comes in, you're not going to make thousands and thousands of dollars. The few adult visual novels or visual novels that actually make that level of success, is 90% of that is luck. The planets aligned on the right day and they just happen to find an audience. And that isn't me trying to take anything away from the people who develop those games. They put work in. They created a product. It just so happens that people resonated with that product, or they liked the art style, or whatever, and they made money. But the chances of that happening are so minute that if you're going to do this for money, then save yourself the effort, because it's just not going to happen. Okay. Like I said, I can probably count on one hand the number of visual novels that I know about that have made it into the multi thousands of dollars of profit. It's a labor of love. Like I said, I'm still working on my visual novel product, and it's got nothing to do with money, because if it were, I would have stopped years ago, years and years ago, because I've got a story that I want to tell, or I've got stories that I want to tell, and I'm determined to tell them. But right now, I've got other things to focus on. Cool beans. Okay. So if you have any more questions about visual novels, then by all means put them in the comments below. As you've probably gathered, I'm not as active on the channel as I once was, purely because I've got so much else going on now. I can't really afford to dedicate as much time to a YouTube channel that only makes me 20 bucks a month. It's just not worth it. 20 bucks a month buys me about 10 minutes of my time in my other jobs. Okay, it's just not worth it. So anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. By all means, drop a comment in the comments below, and I will respond as and when I get the time. And I will see you in the next video. But until then, you take damn good care of yourselves, all right?